Hello, beautiful people. My name is Drew Diorsi, and I am really excited for today's video. I'm titling it, How to Stay Focused Even When Nothing is Going Your Way. And I'm so confident that today's topic it's going to resonate with every single one of you. I know this to be true because you're watching this right now and you know there's so much untapped potential inside of you. And that's a good thing. You know that you can do more, you know that you can be more, you know that you can love more and serve more, and give more and look better. And on your quest of trying your very best to really align yourself with all of those things and really align yourself with your potential, if you will, you've come across challenges. Perhaps right now you feel like life is just really, really tough because it seemingly appears that way for a lot of people. And unfortunately, what most people do, when things get tough, most people, they give up. They give up, they play the role of the victim. Poor me, why does this have to happen to me? And they do everything but take responsibility for their own creation. So that's what most people do. And then there's other people, okay, the more motivated amongst us, who experiences a challenge, and rather than feeling like a victim, they just kind of jump ships. Where, for example, their job is getting difficult, so they quit and they get a new job, or they're no longer getting results when it comes to their workout program. Okay, they hit a plateau, so they stop that, and they see the fact that the grass looks greener over there. What is this coach promoting online? Let me try that. That's going to be the thing. And then they commit to that for a little bit, and it stops working, so on and so forth. They do the same thing with nutrition, with relationships. And this is just as ineffective because these people who jump ships when challenges manifest, they take 1,000 different steps in 1,000 different directions, never really getting anywhere, right? So what I intend to do with today's YouTube video is I intend to inspire you to take responsibility for all of your creation, to take responsibility for the good, and to take responsibility for the not so good or the opportunities that are in disguise. And I'll elaborate what I mean by that in a moment, and towards the end I'm going to give you some practical ways to really grab the wheel and to turn your life around if you are experiencing challenges or whenever that does happen, because it happens to all of us regardless of how expanded and evolved we become. But before I get into that, I want to emphasize what I mean by responsibility. I don't mean you are to blame for the things that happen in your life. No. Responsibility means your ability to respond to whatever appears in your physical reality, the challenges, the difficulties. Responsibility is choosing your response to that stimuli. It's not, oh, well, I suck. It's not blaming yourself, it's taking back ownership of how you are going to respond to whatever appears in your reality. So, moving on. There's a few things that you need to know before we get into the practical steps of really turning things around. And first and foremost, taking a look at my notes here to ensure that I cover everything that I want. Physical reality is a mirror of your mind. The image that is being presented to the mirror, this is your thoughts, okay? your energy, your frequency, your emotional state, your attitude. That's the image. And the reflection is simply that manifested. Okay, so let me try to create a little bit more clarity around this. Let's say, for example, you're in your bathroom and you're standing in front of your bathroom mirror. Okay, the image is your body. It's your physical body, right? You put up your right hand, the reflection picks up its same hand, right? That's how that works. The way reality works is the image, instead of your body picking up your hand, it's your thoughts, it's your attitude, it's your beliefs, the opportunities, the experiences, the relationships, everything out here is a reflection of what's in here. I think that's the most simple way to articulate it. So that means whatever is being manifested is but the reflection of what's going on in here, always. There's never a way around that. It's one of the laws of the universe. If it wasn't in here, there's absolutely no way it would appear on your radar. It would not exist in your reality if it wasn't already in here. Now, the reason so many bad things appear, even though we're doing our darndest to stay aligned in here, is because we're constantly being bombarded with media, with music, with just images, with so much stimulus that just unconsciously implements and just grounds itself inside of us, and whether we know it or not, it's in our mind and it's soon to be crystallized in this reality. So when you come from this understanding that physical reality is but a reflection of your internal world, what we have to do then, and this sounds crazy to a lot of people, so bear with me. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything as I look over my notes. So what we must do moving forward is to always feel good no matter what. No matter what appears in your physical reality, to take responsibility for your own well-being and to always feel good. Always, no matter what. Being unshakable in your willingness to choose to feel good right now. And a lot of people might have the argument, well, Drew, that seems fake. That's like bypassing what is real. None of this is real. The only thing that is real is what's in here. And if it's not in here, you can't experience it. It's impossible. And what you will experience and what you will notice if you practice this, because this requires practice. It's not as simple as that. It requires repetition. Day after day, moment after moment, taking responsibility and choosing to always only feel good. What you will notice is that because you always feel good, reality starts to reflect that in your experience. And things, the world begins to act like a vortex, and it attracts people, things, opportunities into your life. And that bank account that was once there, or that body that was once there, starts to change. Because all of that is a reflection of what's in here. And yeah, you have to be a little bit crazy to really adhere to what I'm trying to share with you. The people who I work with, one of the things that I tell them to do is whenever they're doing their meditation that I teach them self-hypnosis to really help them embody and align with what I call the 2.0 version of themselves. This is the version of themselves that is so empowered, confident, healthy, successful, radiant, all of the things that they want to be. And I teach them how to embody that fast. And I tell them when they do that, I want it to appear. If somebody was watching you do this meditation, I want them to think that you're fucking crazy, that you're delusional, that you belong in an insane asylum. Watching you go from this low vibe to this high vibe instantaneously. You have to be crazy to do that, because you have to be willing to let go of what you thought was real. And most people are unwilling to do that. It's crazy to live a good life. Nobody's fucking doing it. If you look around, nobody's doing it. Everybody's playing small. If you want to be accepted and not ruff any feathers, then yeah, continue to go about life the way you think it functions and just keep doing the same bullshit. You can do that. And I still love you. I still have compassion for you. But if you really want to break through, you have to give yourself the permission to be a little cuckoo. So moving on. How can we make this practical? Okay, that's what I want to talk about now. Making this practical, answer the question, who do you need to become to achieve your goals? Who is the 2.0 version of yourself? Get crystal clear with that. A huge hang-up that a lot of people have is they don't really know where they're going. Okay? And as Abraham Hicks says, okay, for those of you who are like, well, Drew, I really don't know where I'm going, then start with where you don't want to go. Who do you not want to be? Start with that. Because the opposite of that is probably more aligned with where you want to go. So ask yourself, who do you need to become to achieve your goals? What type of personality do you need to embody? Okay? Personality, it's all habitual. You can change your personality, whether you believe it or not. It's possible, okay? I've experienced it. I've seen many, many other people experience it as well. I've helped them facilitate that. What type of habits and characteristic traits do you need to embody to achieve your goals? That's step one to make it practical, okay? Step two, as I alluded to earlier, is to give yourself the permission to be delusional, to be able to completely let go of the limiting beliefs instantaneously without having any justification for doing so, aside from the fact that you want to feel good. That's the only reason you need to do something. Follow the path that makes you feel most alive. Obviously, this requires some type of evolved consciousness where you know that what makes you feel good is always in service to others. It's never going to bring somebody's vibration down. So when I say always do what makes you feel good, it's assuming that you know the things that make you feel good are aligned with light and love. They're not actually going to be harming anybody, right? So that is important to note when I share with you the advice of do whatever makes you feel good and allow yourself to be delusional. Give yourself the permission to think, to let other people think that you're fucking crazy. What you will notice is it feels really good to be crazy. And life is a ton of fun. Your body looks great when you're crazy. Your bank account looks great when you're crazy. Your relationships are fucking amazing when you're crazy. I had no idea that I'd ever say something like that, okay? Two more things before we wrap this up. I appreciate your patience with me. When setbacks occur, you have two options here, okay? Option one, you can ignore them. You can ignore the setback because if it's not in here, it's not out there. And you can't rationalize that concept. You can only experience it. When you experience it, you know it's true. If you're just trying to intellectualize it, I don't know, that's true, that sounds kind of crazy, it doesn't make any fucking sense. But reality is not objective, it's subjective. It's all right here. Always, right there. So when a setback occurs, you got two options: ignore it completely, or, which is usually a little bit easier, okay, is to see the opportunity inside of that setback. Before you've broken through this challenge and it's currently happening to you, ask yourself, what can you be thankful for? What is this going to be teaching you? How can you be happy right now even though this is happening to you? And you can do this even when things get really fucking hard. Especially when things get hard. It's the only time to do this. Okay? The other moments where things are just kind of hard, it gives you practice and you can really, for a lack of a better way of phrasing it, you can get your reps in. Okay? But the most important lessons are learned the hard way. So when they come, thank whoever you need to thank and get clear with how this is serving you. Okay? The last thing, and this might be the most vague thing that I'm going to share, but it's honestly, it's the most important. Okay? Prioritize strengthening your faith muscle. So faith is, I've heard it been said that it's believing in the unseen. It's knowing something is done before it is done. And most of us, unless we're brought up in a family that really emphasizes the importance of faith, most of us, we have no faith. Or very little faith. And the reason we have very little faith is because we do not take leaps. We don't follow the path that seems most exciting. We just keep playing fucking small. And we never give the universe an opportunity to show us how we are always guided divinely. Always. And it never lets us down. Never. And so if you want to be completely unshakable amidst chaos, you have to get it. And this is not an easy practice, forewarning, but it's so fucking worth it. And from my perspective, it's the only way to live. But moving forward, take big leaps. A lot of people are waiting for life to provide them the right path. Oh, I'm waiting for the perfect time. I'm waiting for the signs. When life is waiting for you to take that first step, and then all of a sudden it starts to act like a vortex and provide this beautiful bridge moving forward. So if you want to become unshakable, you have to keep taking leaps. Only then will you see that you are always divinely guided. And that's how I want to wrap up this video. The last thing I will say is right now we do have a few spots open in our 8-week online coaching program where we help you live your best life in your best body from the inside out using nutrition, where I bring in my team member. She's my partner and she's a professional chef and nutritionist to really help you accelerate in regards to your own nutrition. I take care of the fitness programming. We're going to give you a fitness program customized to you. And then obviously we have to really focus on reprogramming the mind to accelerate and to really guarantee success. So if you're interested in what that looks like, and if you've been vibing with this message today, I encourage you to go to the show notes or go to the bio description down below this YouTube video, click the link, and watch the video. If it resonates with you, take immediate action, because that's your higher self saying, ding, 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 yes, this is your path. So honor that. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's cool too. Honor that and show up for yourself. Take responsibility for your life. If you enjoyed this video, I ask that you do me a huge favor and share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.